Hi everybody, it's Millbee here. Welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. Episode 63? Maybe? I think. So, here we are. We went for a little walk in the night because we couldn't sleep, so that's what we're doing. I'm surprised at how chill the air is. Chill, man. The air is very chill. It's wearing its shades. If I could find my shades, I'd put them on. The air is very chill. What if I told you... I don't have the Morpheus shades, but... What if I told you that Katawa Shoujo isn't real? It's all anime. I'm surprised how chill the air is compared to the relative warmth of the day. I can almost see my breath as I wander the campus, waiting for the sun to come up or for me to fall asleep. At this point, either option works for me. I find myself at the track where, for the first time, Emmy's not out running. She is there, though. I suppose that makes sense. It's too early, even for her. The bleacher seats are cold, but at this point, I welcome the sensation. I love a cold feel in my eyes. The sun is starting to show its face. The sun has got his hat on. Hip, 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 hooray! The sun has got his hat on and is coming out today. Ho! The sun is starting to show its face over the horizon. And I know, with an awful city, ho! I think the camera's zoomed in more than I mean it to be. Because I zoom it in for when I live stream, but I keep it zoomed in. But, yeah. And I know an awful certainty that I'll get no more sleep tonight. The sun's steadily straightening rays start to warm me up, and I watch the dew on the ground begin to steam slightly. My mind calms down a little. Just a smidge. He's going to go to sleep on the bleachers, isn't he? Someone's shaking me. Ah! Hey, wake up! Okay, so here's my excuse for why Emmy has a million voices. She has... It's not schizophrenia, because that's not... This is a common mistake. Dissociative identity disorder. Schizophrenia is not multiple personalities. That is hearing things, audio illusions, scattered trails of thought and speech, seeing hallucinations, generally just being a fucking mess, basically. Schizophrenia is like, and you're unable to like distinguish like reality, basically. Dissociative identity disorder is multiple personalities. That is what Emmy is. She has dissociative identity disorder. There are like 1 million people inside of Emmy, and that's why the voice changes. That is the plot reason. That is the canon reason I have just invented now why Emmy has it. So we're dating someone who's not only missing her legs, but she also has thousands of people living inside of her, which is why her voice changes all the time. Covered. So anyway, we've been shaken awake by Emmy. Huh? What? I guess I fell asleep after all. That's not a bad side to wake up to. What are you doing out here? You're going to catch a cold or something. I rub my eyes and am comforted by Emmy, who bends over me with a worried expression. I'm still a little groggy, so my response comes out in a mumble. Couldn't sleep. Watch the sun come out. Sounds like something Rin would say. Sounds like something Rin would say.
Sounds like something Rin would say.
Sounds like something Rin would say.
It sounds like something Rin would say.
Are you okay, Emmy? I shrug, feeling the stiffness that comes with sleeping on a bench for a few hours. Is it? I wouldn't know. Emmy grins a little at my somewhat cranky response. I don't fucking know. So, couldn't sleep, eh? Obviously, we need to run you harder today. Even though I've only known her for about a week, it seems a very Emmy-ish response to the problem. Run me harder? Hey, my body is plenty exhausted after yesterday. My mind was just racing, that's all. I don't see the difference. If you run hard enough, your brain will get tired too. I'm seriously questioning the wisdom of doing this first thing in the morning. I don't know if my grades will be able to handle my tiring my brain out like that. Emmy pulls me up from the bleachers with surprising strength for someone of his size and throws me across the running track. Ah, Emmy, no! Now come on, Hisao, we've got work to do. I don't actually know if I'm up to this today, to be honest. I mean, obviously I didn't sleep much, and what sleep I got was on the bleachers. I don't know. Should I really be running? Just do it, you wuss. She's gonna beat you up with her leg if you don't. Emmy, maybe her serial killing personality will come out and kill you. Emmy glares at me. Good heavens. What are you talking about? Of course you should be running. How else would you expect to work out the kinks? You've been sleeping on the bleachers, for heaven's sake. The best way to get the soreness out is to run around a little. Now stop hiding in the bleachers and get down here. There's no arguing that. I'm pretty sure she'd kill me if I didn't do as she said. Like I said, serial killer Emmy. I get to my feet and hop down to the track. The sun is warming things up rather nicely, I think. Emmy and I begin to stretch. What is he wearing? Is he wearing his running gear? What? And I find myself once again hard-pressed not to stare. He's just like, I am just gonna... If this is how I have to wake up every day, I might be able to get used to this. He's such a guy. You know, Hilo, it's not polite to stare. I'm sorry, you've got a really good bum. And you got a lovely You got nice robo legs. I wasn't staring, I swear. Emmy raises an eyebrow and considers me for a minute, as if evaluating my response. There's a brief moment where I'm afraid for my life. But then she smiles and laughs, shaking her head slowly. Honestly, you don't have to deny it so strenuously. In response, I clap my hands together and go for a change of subject. You could just be like, yes, I am staring at you. You look great. So, that's enough stretching, right? Yep, let's go running. Let's run off. Let's change the subject away from something that could be fun. Emmy gives a casual shrug. Do you feel stretched? That's really how you tell. Well, I do feel up to the run, if that's what she means. Yeah, I feel ready to go. Emmy's voice then. Same as yesterday, okay? We'll run for a mile at a steady pace. Don't worry about growing really fast. Just worry about keeping the pace. Got it? You're the boss. Emmy grins again and we take off around the track. I think I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Emmy, that'll be motivation. Emmy running behind, it's like, I'll help you run, Hisao. You can run ahead, and then I'll run behind you with a knife in my hands, and if you don't run fast enough, I'll stab you in the back. So he's like, okay. With her legs, so she's doing like this. I've seen the way those legs move, and they terrify me. See, it's zoomed in a lot, because you can't see, like... I should zoom it out more. I'm gonna zoom it out next time. I'm gonna be forever zooming this camera in and out for the live streams and then for the Katawa Shoujo. We're not even at the first lap, and my legs are on fire. Fire! My breath is coming out in ragged gasps. I can feel sweat pouring down my brow, and we've only just now rounded the second turn. Come on, Hisao. You've got 3 more laps to go. I can't do this. I can't do this. Good God, man. I think I might hurl. That's gonna... Way to make Emmy, way to make Emmy look... Way to make yourself look good in front of Emmy. Just hurl right in the middle of the course. Hurl right in front of where she's running so she slips and you're like, ha! Well done, Hisao. Somehow, we're on the second lap. Emmy's not even sweating. How can she do this so effortlessly? Because she's trained. She's trained. For some reason, I'm still moving. She's like a machine. Third lap. What happened to the second? Almost there, Hisao. Liar. We've got another 2. Nothing to be done. I can't do it. Emmy whirls around and begins running backwards. Oh, she's mocking me now. She's like, come on, let's go. She's going to get the knife out in a minute. Her face is a mask of anger that surprises me. Never say that. If you say that, you'll already have lost. You'll have already lost. Keep moving. If you're alive, you can move. You can keep moving, damn it. Whoa. Language. Damn it. Oh, I'm about to hit you with the Bible afterwards, Emmy, just to clear your mouth out. I'm gonna beat you with a Bible. Whoa, language. We're on the 4th lap now. She really seems to want me to keep going. Legs move. Move, move. I feel so sluggish. I'm in mud. Molasses. Or tar.
I'm running in custard.
I can't go on. I'll go on. I'll go on. Final stretch, Hisao. Give it all you've got. I pump my legs as fast as they'll go. They just fall off. No! Oh my god, Hisao, your legs. They're still running. They keep refusing to obey my commands. Somehow, I keep moving. Somehow I finish. That's it, Hisao. I knew you had it in you. The anger Emmy showed a lap ago is gone, replaced with pride. She's positively radiant, like she just won the gold medal or something. The gold medal for making Hisao puke. I stagger to a stop and fall to my hands and knees, gasping for air. My heart is pounding far harder than it has in a long time. I don't think it's done this since... Oh god. Please slow down, heart. Just slow down. Stop racing. I'm gonna die. I cough, and for some reason feel a grin crossing my face. So this is how I die, huh? This is how I die, huh? It sounds like, this is like full anime now. So this is how I die, huh? Trying to stay healthy? How ironic. I'm all ready to give up right there. But then I feel my heart slow down. And his eyes, like he gets that shadow thing over his eyes. So this is how I die. 2 hands grab under my arms and tug upwards. You're killing me, Emmy. You're literally killing me, because I am Hisao's mind. I look up and see Emmy standing over me with a mixture of delight and worry. On your feet, soldier! On your feet! Come on, you'll never catch your breath that way. Somehow, I manage to stand. I try to raise my arms above my head, but they feel like lead. I can't do it. Emmy, I'm such a mess. Looking good, Hisao. Looking great. I'm proud of you, Hisao. You're looking good. Start to walk around the track while Emmy keeps close to me, like she's afraid I'll fall over or something. She may not be far off. I feel terrible, and say so. Emmy laughs. But you finished, didn't you? You said you couldn't, but you did. Isn't that worth it? I'm not sure, and I don't really have the breath to say so. But that small grin I felt on my face earlier hasn't left. So what if it's... So what if my heart's weak? I still survived this morning. Maybe I'll survive tomorrow too. Yeah, that's the way. Keep trying until you kill yourself. As soon as it becomes apparent that I'm not going to suddenly keel over, Emmy takes off on her sprints. I don't know how the hell she can manage to sprint after running a mile, but I guess she's in much better shape than me. There you go, that's why, because she's in better shape than you. Once again, as I walk around the track, I can't help watching Emmy sprint. Oh, here we go. Let me just draw a face on you here. What the? Oh, I'll rub out your face and draw another one. I'll make you look more like a boy. It's weird, but she's like a different person when she's pushing herself. She literally almost changes genders when she's running. Last time I noticed her eyes, but this time it's the mouth that catches my attention. She runs so fast that her hair shrinks and her face becomes very male. She's not wearing her normal grin. She's still smiling, but there's a tightness to it. It's almost grim, like she's fighting a losing battle but doesn't care. She seems to be running harder than like she did yesterday. Sweat has started to pour down her face, but she keeps going. I admire her bra once more. No, he's not saying that. Her mouth finally opens as she can no longer get enough air through her nose. Yeah, it was something I learned a while ago, is that breathing through your nose helps because stitches. As she passes me once more, legs pumping, arms swinging in time, and her hips slightly parted. Her lips slightly parted. She looks beautiful. You look beautiful. Like an angel covered in sweat. Like a sweaty angel. After we've both taken some laps around the track to cool down, Emmy changes back to her usual self. The transformation I saw in her is gone. So she's not beautiful anymore. Not bad today, Hisao. There's almost admiration in her voice. Don't pity me. What do you mean? I would have stopped if you hadn't yelled at me. Emmy colours a little, seemingly embarrassed about her outburst. Sorry about that. I can't stand to see people give up. Especially about something like this. Saying I can't go on is silly when you're obviously going on while you're saying it. That's what this is all about. What? Saying silly things? What? Saying silly things? Emmy sticks her tongue out at me, and I grab it and pull it off. I bite it. Idiot, I mean showing that you're alive. Showing I'm alive, huh? I didn't know it had to be so painful. But it does feel pretty good, despite that. Besides, this is one of the hardest days. What do you mean? Whenever you start a workout, it's difficult the first day, really, really hard the second day, and then the third day is easier. Like anal. Yeah. You'll still get the days that are really hard, but they'll pop up less and less. So this will eventually get really easy, huh? Yeah, of course. But then you have to increase the difficulty, or you'll never get ahead. You just get complacent, and you'll lose the sense of accomplishment. So we'll have to run more than just 4 laps, huh? Yep, but not for a while. You'll have to be careful, you know. A thought strikes Emmy, and her face lights up. Got it! Got what? Anal! No, what? You can come with me to see the nurse. That way you won't fall over dead or anything. How charming. When? Right now, of course. You'll need a shower and everything, right? We don't have much time then. Grabbing my hand, she's off, pulling me along with her. Once again, dragging me along like a doll. Like some sort of like over-the-top anime thing. My goodness. But you're in a hurry today, aren't you, Emmy? Yes, Sub Brannigan is back. I have no idea how we got to the nurse's office so fast, but here we are. He's like, what, how... I didn't show you my nips. I don't think I did. Take off your clothes and your underpants. The nurse grins at Emmy and seems to completely ignore me. Who's this guy? You got plenty of time to take a shower and get to class, you know. There's no need to run through the hallways like that. I could hear you coming a mile away. Somehow, it doesn't seem like he's actually scolding Emmy at all. It's like there's sort of a routine between the two of them. Emmy does a passable imitation of remorse. I'm gonna call it here that that's probably the face they give her when she's having sex. That looks like an anime sex face. That looks like an anime sex face. I'm sorry, I won't ever do it again. The nurse and... oh, maybe that's her face. The nurse and Emmy both laugh at some private joke. Suddenly, it seems that he notices me. Ah, hello, Hisao. He, as Brannigan does, doesn't really talk to guys too much. What brings you here? Well, Hisao's officially joining me on my morning runs. I start to explain, but Emmy cuts me off. I thought he might need to visit you so that he doesn't die or anything. The nurse raises his eyebrow in mock horror. Yes, that would certainly put me out of a job fast, wouldn't it? Well then, Hisao, let's have a look at you. Get those pants off. Come, meet me in my bedroom. I call it the Lovenesium. Champagne. Lift up your shirt, would you? I'm suddenly very conscious of the fact that Emmy's in the room with me and blush in spite of myself. Oh my, I can't let Emmy see my man nipples. What have you got to be embarrassed about? The nurse seems to say... Well, okay, that's a lie. I don't take my top off ever because I'm in bad shape right now, but maybe that's it. The nurse seems to sense my discomfort, but it only seems to amuse him. A bit shy, are we? He makes an apologetic bow to Emmy. Sorry, Emmy. I tried to get you a free show. It doesn't look like it seemed to have worked. Emmy stiffens slightly and fires a look of annoyance at him. You're an asshole! You're an asshole! Emmy bows to me apologetically. I went outside, okay, Hisao? I begin to stammer. It's not really a big deal. She doesn't have to leave, but she's already out the door and the nurse is laughing as he watches her go. You could do like he's like, I'll take my top off if she takes off hers. No? Okay, never mind. Still got it. Still got it. Ha! I don't follow. He laughs again like he's in on some joke that's over my head. I can still get her flustered. It's a competition of sorts we've had going on for a while now. It sounds incredibly sinister to me, and it seems as if the nurse realizes that too. That sounded a lot worse than it actually is. Come to think of it. I wasn't gonna say anything. No, you're right. I should fill you in so that you don't get the wrong idea. I've already got the wrong... It's like, oh, you're my competition. Well, let's go. I don't care if it kills me. I don't care if it kills me. I'll kill you first. Also, what the hell's on your computer? Seriously, creep me out. It's like a baby alien. I'm actually relatively new here, and you see, I got hired in the same year Emmy started going here. Before that, I worked with Emmy during her initial rehab following her incident. Hold on, what? We had to amputate her legs after a really nasty car... Whoa, he's a bit open to this, isn't it? It nearly killed her and succeeded... He shuts up abruptly. I blink at receiving this unexpected piece of news. Well, it's not my place to say. Anyway, we've known each other for quite a while. He's like... Very casually just told me about... Like, she almost died and shit. So we have a slightly more familiar relationship that is strictly professional. He seems embarrassed, like he's done something stupid. I guess he's really worried about that. I have the hand to let him... I wave a hand to let him know it's not a big deal. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry, sir. I promise I'm going to be discreet. I had been wondering about what caused Emmy to lose her legs, and that was one of the scenarios I thought of. I also thought of other things. For example... robots. Or... I don't know. I'm trying to think of something funny then. A funny way to have your legs dismembered. Oh. Maybe she was attacked by rabid gophers. There were also so many ways it could have happened, but actually hearing about the facts, it's still a little shocking. Well, thanks. You're a good kid, so. I can see why Emmy became friends with you. She's quite indomitable, you know. What do you mean? You didn't see her learning to walk. You didn't see her learning to walk. She'd go for so much longer than the others in the hospital. She refused to quit. That's where her thingy comes from then, this drive. Normally it takes years to get to a point where you can even think about running again. Emmy did it all in about a year. He almost seems proud of her, like a father who watches his daughter win a competition or something. Hell, she'd probably have done it faster if not for the fact that we wouldn't let her. Wouldn't let her? Why not? Because she'd go for so long that her legs would start to bleeding where they met her prosthetics. Oh, Jesus. It's a real concern. It's why she comes by every day after she runs. To say nothing of the risk of infection if her legs get cut up and her prosthetics are dirty. But enough on that. Okay, so she has some... She's very stubborn. We got a stubborn one. If we don't get you on your way soon, Emmy will think we're up to something. As he says this, he gives me a wink and begins checking my heartbeat. So I just need to check, you just take your pants off and cough. The stethoscope. The stethoscope is way too cold. He really should have heated it up or something before he used it. He could have put up his bum first. After a few moments, he leans back, satisfied. Well, you sound pretty good to me, Hisao. You didn't have any chest pains while you were running, did you? No, not really. I had some trouble catching my breath, though, and my heart was racing by the end, too. The nurse frowns as I say this, but then shrugs. It's probably just because you're out of shape. If you don't improve, then you should let me know, okay? Don't push yourself too much. And of course, if you have any chest pains, come to me immediately, right? I put my shirt back on, and the nurse leans out of the doorway to call in Emmy. What took you so long? I'm going to be late. The nurse gives me a significant look. I'm just seducing Hisao, that's all. What? What? Come on, what have I told you about seducing my friends? I'm sorry. He's so handsome. It was like he looked at me and my clothes just exploded off my body. I'd expected Emmy to be shocked by this, but instead she seems merely annoyed, scolding the nurse as if he were a child stealing cookies. Stop seducing my friends, Dad! Oh my god! Meanwhile, I try hard not to blush at the nurse's innuendo. I'll try not to do it again, though I fear young Hisao may be lost to the female gender forever. Not freaking likely. What, that you're not lost to the female gender? I didn't mean to say that out loud, but both the nurse and Emmy regard me for a moment before bursting into laughter again. Told you he was funny, didn't I? I guess Emmy does talk to the nurse about a lot of stuff. Well, Hisao, you should probably get moving. You still need to shower before class starts, don't you? Starts, don't you? Crap, he's got a point. It looks like I've only got half an hour. Got a half hour. Yeah, you could do that. Thanks for your time. I'll see you later, Emmy. He's got to get his quick morning masturbation in the shower done. He's like, oh my god, only half an hour. Good god, I've got to treat myself to some music. I got to have a dinner before. I can't just go straight off. I've got to treat myself right before I get going. I dash out of the room as the nurse begins to remove Emmy's prosthetics. As I head down the hallway, I can just barely hear his voice drifting after me. Emmy, you've got to be more careful. I make it to my room and shower in record time. It occurs to me that I've already been up for 4 hours, and class hasn't even started yet. He's going to crash. This is going to be a really, really long day. I hope I don't fall asleep in class. Oh, you could be like the guy in the back. You can be the new guy with what's it called? Monopophilia. Someone put that in the comments in YouTube, and I read it as monglophobia, and I was like, that's an unfortunate name, but it's not that. The mongoloid sunlight, the morning sunlight streaming through my window, wakes me up instead of my alarm, and I realise that it must be Sunday. Emmy has kindly deigned to give me weekends off from our morning runs. I don't actually know if I woke up at all yesterday, or if I just slept through the entire day. My legs groan in protest as I lever myself out of bed. All this running has really taken it out of me. Still, I can't deny that Emmy wasn't lying to me. It has gotten a little easier. I'd been worried that the runs would start to wear on my nerves, but thus far I hadn't minded them too much. That much. Well, it's only been a week. I suppose there's plenty of time for me to start dreading the sound of my alarm in the morning. Not that I could ever skip out now. As Emmy said, it's harder to stop a routine when there's another person. And frankly, I don't think I'm equipped to deal with a disappointed Emmy. No. You need to blind yourself. Sorry, Lily. You need to blind yourself if you wanted to, get past the puppy dog eyes. Or have her eyes removed. I'll just remove your eyes. She'd probably give me those puppy dog eyes and I'd feel terrible about myself. Which reminds me, wasn't I supposed to be somewhere today? Hey, you're coming to my track meet on Sunday, right? Whoa. Back in time. Gotta go back in time. Gotta go back in time. Whoa. Look at that. What am I talking about? Of course you are. Right? Those puppy dog eyes again. Of course I'm going. I owe you, right? Exactly, so don't forget, okay? Oh crap, Emmy's track meet. I better get a move on if I don't want to miss her running, since she's the only reason I'm even considering going. Otherwise, it would defeat the whole purpose of going. And so I soon find myself quite suddenly surrounded by a crowd of people, all turning out to see our track team compete with another school like this one. It's time for a Philosopher Millbee moment. I'll admit it, it's almost comforting to know we're not the only school like this. After you see that it can be 2 schools of a bunch of defective kids. Dick move. Well, you stop feeling so defective. You also stop feeling unique. Which in most cases would be a bad thing, but in this case it sure as hell isn't. It's part of Yamaku's appeal, I guess. Learn that you're not unique. Hell, learn there's a lot of others who would kill to be saddled with your problem instead of whatever they're dealing with. Some of the kids that aren't here because they're missing a leg or they have a heart condition. Some of them might be here because they're as good as dead in 2, maybe 3 years if they're lucky. And that's only if they get the right sort of care. It's a bit of sort of comfort to be able to say, well, at least I've got a chance of being alive through college. But there it is. I'm brought out of my rather morbid musings by the appearance of Rin near the entrance to the bleachers. You came. Of course. I said I would, didn't I? It doesn't necessarily imply that you had to follow through. Lots of people say things and don't mean them. Well, I don't. Rin shrugs, seemingly bored of our conversation. She turns on her heel and heads back towards the stand. I owe Emmy money now. Why's that? I didn't think you'd show up. Emmy did. So I owe her 500 yen. Stop betting on me! You two bet an awful lot, don't you? Another shrug from my armless companion. I don't think so. Anyway, I'm gonna stop here. Next time we'll see her running. Because it's been 32 minutes. And I keep making these go on for too long. So, thank you for watching, guys. I have been Millbee. This has been Katawa Shoujo. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. How are we going to get this right one day? You don't have to... Shit, fuck it. Next time. God damn.